What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV Daily Rewind. This is where we go back a week and give you all of your tech news stories in one single video. And I'm recording on the iPhone 11 Pro Plus right now, 60 frames a second front camera, guys. And this week's tech news was very cool, like every week is, right? So we're going to talk about Note 10, a bunch of updates that were pushed out to different devices. There was a big Note 9 update that was pushed out. There's information on the Galaxy Fold, iPhone 11s, Note 10 phones again, just all kinds of news about devices that I know you guys come to my channel to watch. So enjoy this week's episode. Let me know what your favorite news story is in the comments down below. I'm headed out to Hawaii. By the time you watch this video, I should be in the plane flying there. So enjoy this video, or no, maybe not. Maybe not in the plane just yet. Shortly after this video goes live. Anyways, enjoy the video. See you in the next one. Let's get into the tech news. First story of the day is about the Pixel 4 on Netflix's website. They've already listed it as a HD and HDR10 compatible device for Netflix, and those are the latest and best standards that Netflix currently allows you to use on your mobile phone. Obviously, those are big positives for the Pixel phone because it means it should have a fairly decent display. We know it's going to have a 2K plus display. It's going to have the same resolution as what we get with the Galaxy phones, and HDR10 as well. HDR10 plus is out. We don't know if it exactly is that version or just plain old HDR10. But hopefully it has the same exact screen as the Samsung in terms of quality and brightness, because last 2 years of screens have been pretty dim, and you've got to turn that all the way up just to get some decent brightness on that. And I'm a big brightness guy because I need it to be bright. Another story that's leaked out about the Pixel 4 phone is the storage speed. Now, with the Galaxy Note 10, Note 10 Plus, you're getting 3.0 UFS speed storage. So ultra fast read-write speeds with your storage. And maybe you came from a Galaxy S10. I personally don't notice a huge difference in terms of like daily running of the phone. Both phones are extremely fast, so I don't really notice a big difference, even though one's UFS 2.1, one's UFS 3.0. But my point is, the Pixel 4 is rumored to have UFS storage 2.1, so not the ultra fastest that's out currently. Is it an awful bad thing in terms of what you're going to notice day to day? Probably not. I wouldn't worry about it too much, but it is something to take hold of, that when you get a Pixel phone, you're generally not getting it to get the most specced out phone. You're getting it for the user experience, you're getting it for the camera, just being fast overall, and just it working. It's the iPhone of Android. So. And the last story of the day is about the Samsung Galaxy Fold. As you know, it sold out extremely fast in South Korea about a week or two ago. At this point, it only put out about 10,000 units, and it looks like they're going to adjust that with their second pre-order that starts up September 18th, at least in South Korea and possibly the rest of the world. But South Korea is definitely going to get allocated more units this time, so that way they don't have so much of a huge shortage. And then because of that huge shortage, phones have been going extremely high and resale value up to about $5,000 in South Korea. And again, they're going to release a lot more than that. Looks like they're going to be releasing about 1 million when they do that September 18th Galaxy Fold pre-order. So hopefully if you're looking to get this phone, you'll be able to get it wherever you are, where they release it. Let's get into the tech news. First story of the day is about the Pixel 4. Now this comes from Times Square. I found this on Reddit. And this guy posted a image showing, hey Google, set a reminder for October 15th. And it's showing off the coral or orange Pixel 4 phone right there on Times Square's ad. And the other big thing, obviously, you can see it from this, is October 15th. That'll be the launch of the Pixel 4. They sent out invites to media, not Greggles TV, even though I guess I'm media, I don't know. October 15th, New York City. Come see a few things made by Google. Can't make the show? Catch the live stream at, and it gives you the live stream address. Now, what to expect at the show? Obviously, new Pixel phones. Other than that, what I would expect, maybe a new Pixel book, maybe some accessories for the Pixel book, maybe a Pixel watch. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a Pixel watch, but I don't know. I feel like we'd see some leaks about it at this point if there was a new one, but you never know. But October 15th is the day for the new Pixel 4.
As you've probably seen, the OnePlus 7 Pro is officially on sale at T-Mobile and Sprint at this point, and you're probably wondering when it's going to be for sale on other carriers, if ever. Well, it looks like Verizon is going to begin selling OnePlus smartphones, possibly anyway, in 2020. And that comes from a source from Android Police. And that's a good thing for OnePlus, obviously, because Verizon is the largest carrier here in the United States, and their phones are already officially compatible with the Verizon network, so it only makes sense for them to do this. It'll most likely be a 5G phone, because Verizon is really trying to push 5G devices at this point, and 2020 is right around the corner. It might even be the OnePlus 8 Pro, you never know, because by then, 2020 again, a few months away, and also the OnePlus 7 Pro will have already been out for almost a year at that point. And the last story of the day is that a very large Galaxy Note 9 software update is being pushed out right now. It's like 600 plus megs, and the article that I found on Sam Mobile doesn't specifically announce anything that is officially in this update, because they didn't really see anything. I read the comments, and one guy said the call texting feature to hook up your Note 9 phone to your Galaxy tablet to be able to receive calls and texts is in this update. But other than that, no one else really said anything. So if you have this really large update, let us know in the comments down below if you've noticed anything. It looks like it's currently only in the European market at this moment, but maybe it's in other areas as well. It just hasn't been announced. But let us know in the comments down below. Question of the day for you guys is there a phone that's not from Samsung that you would really like for me to really put a lot of videos and time into? Let's get into the tech news. First story of the day is about Google Fi. If you don't know what Google Fi is, it is Google's cell phone carrier provider. It piggybacks off of Sprint and AT&T for the most part, and also US Cellular. And what it does is basically when you have certain phones that are compatible with their service, if you're in an area, say where T-Mobile's not that great, it'll automatically switch over to Sprint or US Cellular and back and forth seamlessly without you really even noticing anything. So it's kind of a cool technology. But anyways, they updated their services, and they now have a unlimited plan. They used to be a tiered plan where you just get a certain amount of data. Now they have unlimited. So for as little as $45 a month, you would need to have 4 or 5 or 6 people on the plan with you. It would be $45 a month, and you get, like I said, unlimited data up to 22 gigabytes per person, and then it slows down potentially after that. Video may stream at DVD quality 480p. I wish they were a little bit more clear about that in terms of the video. Is it sometimes going to be at 1080p, it sounds like, and it's sometimes going to be at 480p. Free data and text while traveling, international data and text included. Free calls to 50 plus countries and territories. You do get Google One membership, which is basically Google Drive with some extras thrown in, so you get 100 gigs of cloud for that. Next up, if you're looking to get a Galaxy Note 10 or Note 10 Plus, still, they've changed their offers. Before, you were getting up to $600 for your trade-in on Samsung's website. Those trade-in offers have drastically gone down. Like for instance, for a Note 9 phone, you'll get $300, but they added in an extra where you'll get $200 in free gifts that you can use towards a new tablet or a charger or something like that. So it kind of makes the difference, but you have to end up buying something extra. So if you're ready for this, it's linked down below, and those trade-in offers, like I mentioned, are live right now. And the last story of the day is about Android 10 on the Galaxy S10 and the Note 10. Now, Android 10 is just brand new, officially off the press, hot released for mostly Google phones, like the Pixel phones right now. There's some other phones that have it as well, but mostly it's just Pixel phones that have it. And it's the latest version of the Android software, and it looks like you're probably gonna wondering, when is it going to come to your S10 or your Note 10? Well, it looks like Sam Mobile got in contact with a source that they have, and the source is saying that it should start being released to Note 10s and S10 phones on October. So next month we should start seeing the first beta rollout. So if you want to be able to download it, you should be able to. I remember last year, if I remember correctly anyway, it was limited. So you had to sign up, and then if you missed that cutoff, you weren't able to download it. So just make sure you keep your eyes and ears peeled to the channel. I'll let you guys know when you can sign up. And then other than that though, it'll probably be a slow rollout for the other phones as well. Have them be S9s, Note 9s, all of that for Android 10 as well. But you're probably looking at the first beta in October, the second beta in November, and then possibly either a third beta in November or even the final version by November. So let's get into the tech news. First story of the day is Huawei had their keynote today to announce a couple of new phones, the Mate 30 Pro and the Mate 30. And the Mate 30 Pro specs are fairly impressive for a phone here. You're getting a whole bunch of phone in this. So 8 gigabytes of RAM around the board, 128 or 256 gigabytes of storage, a Kirin 990 processor. A little bit disappointed in the display, 6.53 full HD plus display. So it's basically a 1080p plus display. Sound screen technology for the speakers. The battery, 4,500 milliamp, 40 watt fast charging wired, and then 27 watt wireless charging. Those are really, really fast charging. Not as fast wired as the Samsung, but definitely faster wireless charging. That's very impressive. IP68, awesome cameras, as you can see. The cameras all have all kinds of crazy recording. So one of the crazy things is has support for super slow motion of 7,680 frames per second at 720p. It even does 960 frames per second at 1080p. So very impressive phone here. We'll see if it ends up having Google Play services so you can install Android apps. It probably won't. You can probably still be able to do it very easily. But regardless, yeah, this is the Huawei Mate 30 Pro. And the last story of the day comes from Android Pure. It's the Android 10 update list for all the Galaxy devices that will be getting it. And obviously you can imagine that the S10 is going to get it, as is the Note 10 phones. But then you already see basically a ton of other devices as well in here. S9. It doesn't say anything about the S8 getting it or the Note 8. It goes as far back for the S series as the S9 and as far back as the Note 9. The M series phones, the J series phones. They have the A series phones as well, a bunch of those in there. And then if you have a tablet, it goes the Tab 5e, Tab S4, and Tab A. It doesn't have the Tab S6, which is weird. It would definitely get that. Android 10, I'm not sure why this version of the paper does not show it. Let's get into the tech news. First story of the day is today is iPhone Day, the official release date of the iPhone. So if you want to go pick up the latest and greatest iPhone, have it be the 11, 11 Pro, or 11 Pro Max, you now can at Best Buy, Apple stores, and wherever else they sell iPhones. I'll link the Best Buy link down below if you want to pick it up there. And it should be available. As of last night, I could still do an order at Best Buy and pick it up in store today. I've also heard from other people that said Apple stores have them fully in stock. So if you're interested in getting it, you should have no problem with getting it today. Next up, as we talked about yesterday, the Huawei Mate 30 and Huawei Mate 30 Pro have been launched by Huawei, and they do come with Android 10, but no Google Play services. And the latest coming from the CEO of Huawei is that you cannot sideload Google apps and services on the Mate 30 or 30 Pro. So anything that uses Google apps, have it be Uber, and Uber uses Google Maps to, find things, to show you on a map, or any app that basically translates over to Google will not work. You'll still be able to sideload apps like Instagram and Facebook and apps that don't fully integrate into another Google app. But otherwise, it's going to be kind of a pain in the butt, guys. I don't even know if a lot of you are looking to get this phone, but you might want to hold off still on Huawei in terms of getting all this done. Even if you could, you're probably still going to have to hack it in order to get Google Play services on to unlock the bootloader and just all kinds of BS. Is it worth it? I honestly don't think so. At least not for your mom and your dad, or probably most people at all. And the last story of the day is there's a new update being pushed out for the Galaxy Note 10 line of phones. It's the September security update. It's hitting US shores right now. I know AT&T people are getting it right now. I have the unlocked version. Mine's not hasn't hit yet, but what the update includes is it's about a 230 meg update, and it is the September security update, but it also includes with it the audio quality through wired earphones has been improved. So a nice little update for that, and I'll be excited to see this once it hits the unlocked version of my phone. Let's get into the tech news. First story of the day is if you have a OnePlus 7 or OnePlus 7 Pro, Android 10 is officially rolling out to you. It's the latest and greatest version of Android. So if you have one of those phones, make sure you go into your settings, system updates, and look for it. Again, it'll give you the latest version of Android, and why not? You always want the latest and greatest software. Next up, I know some of you are looking to get the new Pixel 4 and 4 XL phones, and they're gonna come in 3 different colors, and now I guess we know the names of the colors. They are going to be just black, clearly white, and then the new one is oh so orange. And I'm personally gonna go with the clearly white. It looks like a panda. What about you guys if you get this phone? Which color are you gonna get from the Pixel 4 or 4 XL? Next up, Samsung takes a huge dig at Huawei. Now, if you heard, Huawei is going to release the Mate 30 and Mate 30 Pro, and these phones will not have Google services built into them, meaning you won't be able to download official Google products, have them be apps like the Google app or YouTube or Google Maps or anything that Google puts out officially on as software. And also it won't have the services built into it, you know, like stuff that runs behind the scenes off of Google. And it looks like I said, Samsung took a huge dig at them. Now this is an ad that was released in Latin America, and it's in Spanish. And if you know Spanish, good for you, because I don't know. Disfruta de actualizaciones, apps y servicios Google. And basically what it ends up saying is, it translates to enjoy updates, apps, and Google services. Now, obviously it doesn't officially say the Mate 30 Pro, but that's what they're getting at, obviously, because why else? We know that it runs off of Google services and has Google apps and all that. So yeah, huge dig at Huawei. And lastly, if you're looking to get the new Samsung Galaxy Fold, Samsung has released a new official video that gives you 4 reasons why you should not buy it. Okay, that's a joke, but they did release an official video, and it is reasons on how to keep it safe. And just to summarize it a little bit here, it says basically you should never remove the foldable screen's built-in protective layer because it's tucked under bezels and can no longer be picked up, and basically if you do that, it's going to ruin the screen. Don't put a protective film over the 7.3-inch display, you might break it. So I guess that hopefully goes without saying at this point. If you can't take it off, you shouldn't add one to it. Use light touches on the foldable screen rather than, don't apply excessive pressure to it because you might break it. The hinge mechanism is very complex, and Samsung took measures to minimize the risks of foreign objects getting inside, so be careful with dust and water. And then lastly, Samsung, it's kept shut by several powerful magnets, and they could destroy your credit cards, so be careful. If you want to watch the full video, I'll link it down below. Kind of scary, I won't lie about that. I don't know, what do you guys think? Let's get into the tech news. First story of the day is if you're looking to buy a Galaxy Note 10 Plus in the Aura Glow color, it's been out of stock for like weeks, or like it's really, really delayed. Well, I checked Samsung's website today, and it looks like it's going to ship basically, it's in stock, so it looks like it's going to ship September 24th, which is what, Tuesday that it would ship out. So basically it's in stock right now if you want that color. I know a lot of people were looking to get that color. A lot of people were maybe turned off by the delays of that and having to wait for it. At this point, it looks like it's in stock, and it looks like it's in stock for the carriers as well. So if you don't want the unlocked version, you want the carrier edition, again, it's in stock there as well. So link down below if you want to pick that up. Speaking of phones in stock, if you didn't see my video from this morning, I did a little video on the iPhone. I switched over to the iPhone 11 Pro Max, and I was completely shocked by how easy it was to pick up that phone. That phone is basically in stock, store pickup right now. So I checked a few stores, and it's in stock at least on a lot of places here in San Diego, and I would assume around the country, if not the world as well. I don't know if they just aren't selling as many of this phone as they expected, or they made so many expecting. I don't know what they're doing, but it seems like a very easy phone to get. So if you want to get the 11 iPhone, it looks like you can pretty much get it at any Apple store for store pickup. Just head over to their website. Best Buy looks like has it as well. But check it out. It looks like you can probably pick it up today. And the last story of the day is about the update for September security update for the Galaxy Note 10 and Note 10 Plus. Now this update in America has already come out for AT&T, and now it's also coming out for T-Mobile and Verizon. So if you have one of those carriers, check for this update, and assume it's probably out for Sprint or will be out for Sprint very, very soon as well. So check for that update. It does add a fix or improvement for the audio quality for wired headphones, as well as the security updates for September. So a very nice little update. But anyways, guys, headed out to Hawaii. I'll probably mention this in a couple more videos, but headed out to Hawaii tomorrow, and I'll be there for about 5-6 days. So some of the videos might look a little tropical, a little bit of different location coming up over the next few days. So that's why, but I'll talk about it anyways. But thanks for watching, guys. Your question of the day is, where are you going on vacation? Where's the best place? You are either going on vacation soon or you want to go on vacation. Let me know in the comments down below. I always look forward to actually going back east where I grew up. I love going back there. I love the feeling of being in New England. I love the sights and smells of the leaves and the nature. Just, I love going back. So that's probably the place I look forward to the most going back to. So let me know what you guys, the place that place is for you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you down the road. Peace!